Hi, Myra. This is Cody Palligan with NCSA College
Here at
Recruiting
Wrigley
in the football
Field, bottom of the
department. Just
second.
reaching
So
out
up
to
now
you in
for
regards to
Chicago,
Gabriel.
number one.
I was actually following up on some recruiting information that Gabriel had
And
sent
that one
into
called
us.
foul.
Looks like when he went on our website to look for
Jones
some
with some
football
less
camps,
than
he had submitted
fantastic
in
work on the hill
information
lately.
indicating that he has some interest in pursuing football in college down the road.
That one
And so
back
what we
up the
do at
middle, and he gets
NCSA is we
through.
actually help coaches find
So a
student
man on
athletes, and
base
we
to
are
start
currently
the
helping
inning.
them identify the 2029 grad
And the
class.
streak lives
Coaches are very
on.
active in
He
trying to get
keeps
as much
getting
information
closer
as they
and
can on
closer
the
to the
rising
record.
freshman
There
class.
isn't a
And with, of
pitcher in
course,
the
Gabriel
league who
being a
can
part
solve
of
him
that
right
rising
now.
freshman
It's
class,
absolutely
we need to
amazing.
make sure
Runner
that we are
takes
starting to
off.
get
Got one
information
down the
regarding
line.
Gabriel
Fair
out there for
ball.
college coaches to be able to access. So when
Rounds
you got some
third,
time
headed for
here
the plate.
today, just reach back out to me
Will
at
score, and they take
872
the lead.
279
Still able to
3966.
come through behind in the
And I
count
look
right
forward to
there.
talking
He
with you
wasn't
here
able to
soon.
elevate it, but he put a great swing on it. Right on time, good balanced approach, and just blasted it through the infield.
And now the shortstop, Anthony Volpe.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
Swing and a ground ball. Throws across the diamond, and that is that. And one. Welcome back, and take a look at some hot hitting in this series as we check out the numbers. Swing and a high fly ball hit the air left center field. This one's got a chance, and that one's gone into the bleachers. That's his fourth home run of the series. It's 4-2. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now. He came out of his shoes on that one, but managed to keep his mechanics intact long enough to get to the ball and through it, and it went a long way.
Here's the swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. Another homer. Home run number 50 on the year, and they add to their lead. It's 5-3. Singy, that's his 199th career home run.
Well, 200 homers is an exciting number for anyone to get to. He's got to be looking forward to that next one a lot. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch, absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
And he lays down a bunt. Over to first. And Gleyber Torres retired. One down. Down the third baseman. One home run shy of 200 for his career. Number one, with just one more homer to reach the 200 career mark. Base knock center field. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or two.
There goes the runner. Squirts away a little bit. Blocked by the catcher, and he steals second base without a throw. Here's the pitch. Runner goes again. Line drive, caught to second with the throw and no chance to get back. It's a double play. Number one may not be stoppable this season as he hit home run number 50 in this game.
Yeah, and Boog, 50 homers is still a remarkable feat, even if it's...
We need each other. We have to have each other for our survival. From the revolutionaries to the conservatives, a black united front is what we're about.
To make another mob, and change another guard, an angel from the Lord, and ceremonial guard, the big homie in charge, main culprit at large, emerged over the odds, the victorious.
NCSA, this is Cody on a recorded line. How may I help you? Mhm. No, that works for me. Yeah. So, is this Carrie? Okay. So I talked with Andrew yesterday. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. So, what we can do then? Yeah. So you said he has a tournament Friday now, and that's over the weekend. So let me see what I have open. So what time is his game? What time does the tournament start on Friday? Okay, yeah. So the earliest I have open right now would be that 5 o'clock. So that wouldn't work. But what we could do is you said that he plays Saturday morning, and that's the last day of the tournament. Okay, okay. So yeah, because what I was gonna say is I do have stuff a little bit later in the afternoon on Saturday, and then I do also have some openings on Sunday if that would work as well. Yeah, of course. So it looks like Sunday, what I could do is we have a noon, we have a 4 p.m. as well as a 7 p.m. on Sunday. Yeah, not a problem. So I'll put you guys in and reschedule it for 4 p.m. then on Sunday, and then I'll just send over another confirmation email and just make sure that you guys confirm on that email, okay? No, I get it. No, I no, no, I appreciate you guys calling me and letting me know, a few days ahead still. Because we usually fill up pretty quickly, more towards tomorrow and Friday for the weekend. It's just because we have limited availability. So I'm glad that you had called. Yes, then you guys will be all set to go. Not a problem. You have a great rest of your day. Thank you. Bye. Oh shoot. Where did this come from?
At night in my dreams, I'm in ecstasy, it seems that I could sleep forever.
Hi, Ty. This is Cody Palgen with NCSA College Recruiting in the football department. Just reaching out to you in regards to Chase. I was actually following up on some recruiting information that the family had sent into us. Looks like when you guys had went and registered Chase for his upcoming football season through Activate for St. Thomas Aquinas High School, you had indicated that he does have interest in pursuing football in college down the road. And so, what we do at NCSA is we actually help coaches find student athletes, and we are currently helping them identify the 2027 prospects. Coaches are very active in getting as much information as they can on the rising junior class, and with, of course, Chase going into his junior year this upcoming fall at St. Thomas Aquinas High School, where he'll be playing for the football team. And so, we do need to make sure we're verifying this information and making sure to get more information regarding Chase out there for college coaches to be able to access. So when you got some time here today, just reach back out to me at 872-279-3966. And I look forward to talking with you here soon.
It's the Philadelphia Phillies and the Chicago Cubs. Back here at the friendly confines. Now here is number one.
And all anyone can think about right now is his chase for that hitting streak record.
Wheeler back to work. And that one hammered. That's back. And that one hops the wall. Round second, digging for third. The relay, the tag out.
Really nice job of hitting right there, but you've got to be a better base runner than that and understand the situation. With nobody out, you got to be able to shut it down, stay at second, keep yourself in scoring.
The throw to first, one up, one down.
On the mound, he's got to remember his offense can score a lot. So if he can hit the reset button from here going forward, there's still a chance that his club can win this ball game.
That one is absolutely belted. Back there. And it's into the bleachers. Out of here. A soaring shot to center. His 51st home run of the year. It's 3-2. Singy, somebody go track down that baseball. It's number 200 for him.
200 career home runs, that's legitimate power at the plate, and that's something that a lot of guys would dream of.
Hi, Christina. This is Cody Palagian with NCSA College Recruiting in the baseball department. Just reaching out to you in regards to Joseph. I was actually following up on Joseph's recruiting profile, in which it's got popped back up for me a while back when you guys had registered him for Activate, and then it had just popped up again because it looked like the family was engaging in some of our marketing, and so I just wanted to reach out and see if it's still a goal of Joseph's to pursue baseball in college. One day, I know that you had talked to another one of our coordinators earlier this year, and at that time, you guys were kind of relying on the coach to kind of help out with the recruiting process. So I just wanted to circle back, just because what we do at NCSA, of course, is help coaches find student athletes and are helping them identify the 2027 prospects. Coaches are very active in getting as much information as they can on the rising junior class. And with, of course, Joseph going into his junior year this upcoming fall at Farmington High School, we need to make sure that we are verifying this information and making sure to get this information out there for college coaches to be able to access. So when you got some time here today, just reach back out to me at 872-279-3966. And I'll look forward to talking with you here soon.
Rounds third, headed for the plate. In there safely. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or two behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
Ian Happ up to hit.
Well, the way these two teams have battled in this game, you know you need more. Got to continue to add runs if you're going to get out of here with a win.
Runner takes off, squirts away a little bit. Throw, tag. Ow! A bullet from JT Realmuto. First and second, 2 outs. Now the third baseman. Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. Another homer.
Hi, Ken. This is Cody Palagian with NCSA College Recruiting. I'm calling on a recorded line in regards to Joseph. How you doing this morning?
Yeah, another big swing of the bat for him. Man, he is really seeing the ball well in this one.
You there with me?
number one. Really stood out in this win. 4 hits, 2 of them leaving the yard.
Such a tremendous effort at the dish. Not every game is going to be like this one, so you need to enjoy it when it's happening.
It's the Philadelphia Phillies and the Chicago Cubs. First pitch coming your way next. So, runner at second, 2 down. And now it's the cleanup spot for
Hey,
the Phillies.
Nelly, this is Cody with
Kyle
NCSA College Recruiting. I just wanted to reach out to you one last time in regards to Javier. I know we haven't been able to get in contact just yet. I do want to make sure that we are, just because of how active coaches are and just building recruiting lists for the 2028 class. So if you could, just give me a shout back either way. At least then I have a little bit better of an idea of what direction I can start pointing coaches in. You can reach back out to me at 872-279-3966. And I'll be in office until about 5. Thanks.
Man on base to start the inning. Dansby Swanson stands in. Here comes the pitch. There goes the runner from first. Harper handles, throws to first, and Swanson is set down.
That's a good piece of hitting right there. The job was to move the runner up and give your team a chance to score the go-ahead run. That's exactly what happened.
Luzardo with a throw over, and he dives back in safely. The Cubs off to a hot start this season, playing very well in the early going. Here's the pitch. Runner breaks for third, and that one handled. Steps on first for the out.
Yeah, going back to their early performance, Boog, that's the kind of thing that gets the fans fired up, and it gets the players fired up too. They start to believe it's going to be a big year.
Into center. Marsh running hard. Nice grab on the run. And that is that. Man at first, one away. This one in the air, center field. Marsh gets there. He's under it. Makes the grab, and there's 2 gone. Line drive, and this might be trouble. Lead runner makes the turn at second. Coming home. He'll score easily. Relay throw to third. He's safe at third, and the tying run is 90 feet away. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or 2 behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
1 ball. In the dirt. Wow, that's a great job behind the dish there. Ground ball left side. Boom. Goes on to first. Out number 2 and another run comes in. And we're back. Here's the third baseman, number 1. Hit on the ground to short. Oh, wow. Nice play. Over to first. It's there, and that's a great play.
Great cat-like reflexes right there. Lays out, knocks the ball down, and then fires with that rocket arm all the way across the diamond. Man, put this guy on the mound.
So the tying run at second. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Heading for the plate. He'll score, and the Phillies tie the game. He is safe.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of this struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
Winning run at third, 2 down. Swing and a drive. Back there. On its way. Ball game. And this place is rocking. And the Cubs walk it off in extra innings. Number 1 with a game to remember, particularly walking it off for the win. Put together 3 hits, one of them a home run.
This was a terrific performance, and how about punctuating it with the walk-off?
This one finishes with a final of 7. And next will be the cleanup hitter. And first offering is fouled off. Two outs. Hard hit, left field, base hit. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away. Well, that's going to keep the streak going. There's no stopping this guy.
And I can't even imagine the pressure he's under. He's asked about it every day from everyone, not just the media, but just anybody he comes across. And so for him to be able to concentrate, keep on getting the knocks, just remarkable. And I know he's trying to just win ball games, but honestly, this streak is arguably big.
That's a base hit. Low, around third. He'll score. It's 2-1.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. He kind of muscled that one out. there, didn't get the barrel with it, but the important part was that he found a way to stay through the baseball and just drop.
Runners on the move. This one in the dirt. And no throw. Both runners are safe. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Schwarber settles under it. And that's the third out. One out, base is empty.
Hey, Major Family, this is Cody with NCSA College Recruiting. Just wanted to reach out to you one last time in regards to Owen. I know we haven't really been able to get in contact just yet. I do want to make sure that we are, just because of how active coaches are in building recruiting lists for the 2028 class. So if you could, just give me a shout back either way. At least then I have a little bit better of an idea of what direction I can start pointing coaches in. I'll be in office until about 4 o'clock here today. You can reach back out to me at 872-279-3966. Thanks.
Home run of the season. It's 4-3. And that's his 5th straight game leaving the yard.
And Boog, if he goes a game or two without hitting a home run. He's going to feel like he's going to get sit down to the minor leagues.
On the ground. And that chance handled. And Castellanos is out. Bottom of the inning. So up now for Chicago, number 1.
Hey, Jared, this is Cody with NCSA College Recruiting. I just wanted to reach out to you one last time in regards to Peyton. I know we haven't been able to get in contact just yet. I do want to make sure that we are, just because of how active coaches are and just
He
building
had
recruiting
one
lists
to
for
hit.
the 2029 class. So if you could just give me a shout back either way, at least then I have a little bit better of an
Runner
idea
on the
of what
go
direction I
in the
can start
dirt.
pointing coaches in. I'll be in
Safe at
office until about
second,
5
and
o'clock
that
here
was not
today. You can reach
close.
back out to me
And the
at
tying run is
872
now in scoring
279
position.
3966. Thanks.
Runner on the go again. In there for strike three. Throw, and they got him.
Well, Boog, I never really like trying to steal third base when my teammate's up there with 2 strikes. That hitter's got a battle going on, and they see you take off. Everything gets a little more exciting, a little quicker. They might end up swinging at a pitch that's not in the strike zone. Right there, a strikeout and a throw out at third. It's just really disappointing.
Here's the catcher to hit, Rafael Marchand. Two down, nobody on, and we're in the top of the 8th.
Hi, Cynthia.
To
This is
third.
Cody Palgen with NCSA College Recruiting. I'm calling on a recorded line in regards to Cadence. How you doing this morning? I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. Thank you for asking. So yeah, the reason, of course, I've been reaching out was just because I had gotten that recruiting information from you guys. Looks like when you went through Riser to register Cadence for the Ole Miss sports camp, you had just indicated she wants to pursue basketball in college one day. Is that correct?
Finds its way through, base hit. And that
Awesome, awesome,
extends the
awesome.
inning.
Yeah, so of course, with us being a part of IMG Academy, what we do is we're actually helping coaches locate
So now it's
athletes,
the
and we are
Cubs
trying
hitter
to
in the
get them
4-hole.
information on the
He's already
2029
homered in this
class.
game.
So basically, what I want to go through with you is just learning a little bit more about Cadence with just academics, athletics, to kind of see if
And
she's
that
matching
is
up with
out
the
of play.
coach's
Two of
requirements
the
set
most
out for
potent
the
offenses
2029
in the
class.
game squaring off.
Okay. And so, a very important thing to college coaches is always going to be commitment level. So just from, a
Line
parent's
drive,
perspective, could you
and
tell me
that
a
should
little
be
bit
extra
about,
bases.
why Cadence
Makes
would
the
want to
turn and
pursue
heads for
basketball
second.
in college one day?
And the double puts the tying run in scoring position with 2 away.
So
Singy,
just
that was a
passionate about the
laser
sport?
shot. And a good thing we have StatCast to give us the
Okay.
details.
Gotcha, gotcha.
Yeah,
All
get
right.
out of the
And
way
then,
on that
so
one.
with
That
just
ball flew out of the
academics,
box
then,
at
what middle school is she
112
finishing up
miles.
at? Okay. So what middle school is she attending right now? Okay, gotcha. And so is she going to be attending like Olive Branch High School in the fall or a different high school? Okay, gotcha. And you said she's doing good in the classroom, so where about is she averaging with grades?
Per hour. You talk about generate.
Runner breaks for
Okay,
third.
A
Up
average.
the middle. Nice
Awesome,
grab.
awesome, awesome. Okay. And then with just
Cubs leave
athletics,
one.
then how
They
tall is
still
she
trail it
currently?
here 4-3.
Do you have an idea of what she's weighing in at?
One down. And digging in for Philadelphia, Bryce Harper.
Perfect, perfect. And what position is she primarily playing?
That's to third. Over to Lowe. Harper retired.
Well, Boog, we talk about
Ball four?
how the ball is coming out of a pitcher's hand.
Gotcha. How long has she been playing basketball for? Okay, gotcha. And so did she start on that middle school team? Perfect. Seventh, eighth grade, she started on that, and then are you guys doing like is she doing like a club team as well, or is that just playing for the middle school team? Okay. And what's the name of the club that she plays for? Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay. And then so that's just been what, the last year, last 2 years, or? Alright. Okay. Did the season already happen, or is that coming up? Oh, okay. Gotcha. And does she
Great
start
comes
on that
out of
team too?
his hand as an infielder. Wow, really impressive.
Number 1 played brilliantly despite the loss. 4 hits.
Okay. Gotcha. So she's basically, I mean, in the starting rotation then. Okay. Awesome. Yeah, and so I do know a big thing for college coaches is just athletes going above and beyond. And so, is there anything more that Cadence is doing just in her free time in terms of like mental performance, nutrition, or maybe some additional skills training that would just kind of help her prepare for becoming a college athlete one day? Okay. Okay. And so you said you said 12 older brothers? Oh, two. I wanted to double check on that. That's what I had heard, so I just wanted to make sure. Okay. Gotcha. Awesome. Okay. So she's kind of taking tips and tricks from them just to kind of focusing, on diet and then like some skills training or okay. How often is she going to the trainer? Okay. Gotcha. Perfect. Awesome. Yeah. And so just kind of taking us back through, everything provided for me so far. I mean, it does look like Cadence is doing a great job in the classroom. And, that's always going to be something college coaches look at first and foremost. So great with that. With more so of just athletics, I mean, not a whole lot of experience, but, it's good that you guys got her in her middle school, just kind of preparing her for making that jump up to high school, as well as playing for, a club is just going to kind of give her a different level of experience or more experience and competing at a different level of competitiveness. And then, of course, just making sure that she's staying active with doing other sports, keeping a clean diet, and also seeing that trainer are good things to add onto her resume. And so it does check the box for me to say it does look like Cadence is on that right track to becoming a recruitable college athlete. Of course. And so, with that just being said, you had said that the two older brothers, they've gone through the recruiting process before. Awesome. What sports did they end up playing? What schools did they go to? Gotcha. Perfect. And was this recently or was this a little bit ago? Okay. Oh, wow. Gotcha. Okay. Where did you get drafted to? Awesome. Okay, so Seahawks, and then you said the other one is coaching at Alabama. Awesome. Perfect. Well, awesome. Well, definitely, awesome that they kind of went through those, experiences, especially, now even having careers at such a high level, still around the game is definitely, awesome things. And, being able to kind of, guide, younger sister with all this as well. So you got a pretty good idea of just kind of how the whole recruiting process works then? Okay. Awesome. And so, yeah, with just that being said, just out of curiosity, how many recruiting questionnaires has Cadence received from college programs so far? What about any camp invites directly from a college program? Okay. Gotcha. Yeah. And so, the reason, of course, I just kind of asked that is to get a feel for where you guys are at. I mean, with you having the experience of, going through the process is similar with both of your sons. I mean, the process for, Cadence would have opened up really for her as soon as her eighth grade year had begun. That's, of course, when she can start receiving things like recruiting questionnaires, camp invites, or even letters in the mail. So definitely, if she's starting to get some of those coming in, that means the coaches either have interest in her or that she's on a prospect list. So definitely keep an eye out for that. But also, with her going into freshman year this upcoming fall, we do want to make sure that we're focusing on getting different things going in this process. Just because when she does become a freshman, she can then start getting directly contacted by college coaches at the Division II level, Division III level, NAIA, as well as JUCO. So this is kind of something to keep in mind as well. But with you guys, having the experience with doing this process so far for your two older sons, what have you guys been doing with just Cadence in this process to try to get her some contact coming in from college coaches?
And when I wake up, I recognize you looking at me for the pay cut. Be looking at you from the face down. One leave the room with the bass down. Scheming, and let me tell you about my life. Only put me in a twilight.
So this is kind of just you guys getting started then? Okay, gotcha. Okay, awesome. Yeah, and so with just that, I mean, we definitely want to make sure that you guys are just kind of focusing on taking those baby steps like you've been doing. Getting her an AAU, getting her some training. Definitely good routes to go, but we definitely want to make sure we're focusing on the exposure aspect of everything as well. Especially with that direct contact period coming up for those lower level colleges, we definitely want to make sure we're starting to focus on getting the online presence aspect of everything up and going for her. The reason, of course, why that's so important in this process is just because so much of recruiting is done online. It just became that most efficient way for coaches to be able to, locate athletes, track their development, build relationships with athletes. So definitely something we want to continue to focus on, especially, with this profile that you guys had got started for Cadence when you sent in that information. We want to make sure the family's having access to this profile so you guys can start tracking, academics, athletics, video footage for her, and it's just giving her the opportunity to get exposure to, a network full of over 40,000 college coaches in which we host, and that she can not only get that exposure to those coaches, but also start building those relationships with them as well, if that makes sense. Awesome. And so just then with video footage, do you guys have any, footage of her playing so far? Maybe you started posting some online or? And they posted that where? Okay. And do you have also footage like on your phone? Okay, gotcha. Perfect. Well, it's good that that's out there. Definitely want to continue making sure we're taking that footage and getting it out there for college coaches to see what she's doing out there on the court. But also, when you guys do end up sending Cadence off to college, still a little bit down the road, but, what kind of impact would you say that scholarships would play in that college decision? Gotcha. Of course. And with just scholarships and whatnot, does she have, or I guess really just in general, does she have an idea of what like career she's gonna want to go into, or okay? What is she thinking? Okay. Oh, okay, gotcha. All right. Yeah. And yeah, perfect. Yeah. And so really just kind of based upon the fact that, of course, Cadence is on that right track to becoming a recruitable college athlete. But, just kind of like we discussed, I mean, we do want to make sure we're getting the gears turning in this process, getting your guys' feet wet, with just getting started. What we need to focus on going forward, number one, is going to be exposure. How we do that, of course, is growing that online presence for her, making sure to get the profile set up. And then, of course, we just want to make sure the family has any information that they may need on this process going forward. And so, what I would say our next step needs to be is actually setting the family up for what we call is a recruiting assessment. Basically, what that is this is going to be another call, which we'll schedule for another time. But basically, what this call would look like is we would want the whole family to be a part of it, so everybody's getting the same information, everybody's on the same page, and then you guys are actually going to get connected directly with one of our basketball specialists, in which they're able to kind of dive a little bit deeper into maybe educating you a little bit further, on what this process will look like going forward for Cadence in the family. They can even show you maybe some routes that you could go on your own to kind of help Cadence out in this process. And then, of course, they're going to walk you through how Cadence's recruiting profile works, and then go ahead and verify that profile for college coaches. So, kind of like what we talked about already, this is what makes it so that, say that you're helping her work on the profile, or maybe she's just doing it by herself, but you guys are having that ability to start working on it and managing it as much as you're seeming fit. And all of that information that you're then providing will be visible to all college coaches that we have in our network. So, it's definitely going to be something that's helpful into growing her exposure level, if that makes sense. Awesome. 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 And so I will also let you know that after we do verify the profile, the family is then eligible for further memberships we have available as well. But I'm going to let you know now. I mean, those memberships are optional, and they are more so for families that are either looking for maybe some further help or maybe some further guidance. So that is a tool available to you. But what our main focus is at this point in time is just making sure we're getting this profile fully set up and verified for Cadence, and then getting you guys any information that you need. Okay. All right, great, great, great. And so, yeah, besides yourself and Cadence, who else do we need to include on this next call? Okay, so it would be yourself, Cadence, and then Dad. Okay, and so are you and Dad together? Or are you guys separated? Okay, and what is Dad's name? You said Seiyyssie. Perfect. Awesome. All right. Perfect. Great. So, Dad, and then, yeah, so for that next call, I am going to let you know it is going to be pretty interactive. Typically, we'll only take about 45 minutes, but we will allot the family a full hour slot just in case you guys have any questions. We want to make sure you have that time to get those questions answered. And then the other thing, we would ask the family to actually be in front of a computer or a laptop, just because it makes it just a little bit easier for our specialist to kind of walk you through the profile and kind of show you how it works. So do you guys have like a computer or laptop available at home? Okay, perfect. Yeah, and so I mean, for scheduling purposes, we do want to make sure that we're getting you guys in and this started for as soon as we can, just because we're going into a busy time of year with going into the summer, and then we do work with a lot of 2029 prospects. But like you already said, I mean, it's a little difficult with Dad's schedule and whatnot. So I'm willing to work with you guys to make this happen. What is Dad's schedule normally looking like on a day-to-day basis? Okay, so does he coach? What sports does he coach? Okay, gotcha. And they're doing like summer workouts so far for the football team, or okay, gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. And so is that just Monday through Friday then? Okay, gotcha. And then does Cadence have like tournaments on the weekend as well? Okay, because what I was going to offer out, so normally when we do the assessments, we do have limited ability on the weekend, but it definitely could work with you guys on that. And normally when the assessments also take place in the evening, so it could be after, dad's done with coaching or whatnot, or after work. So what I could offer out to you guys is if she has stuff on Saturdays, I mean, what is maybe Sunday looking like? Okay. So what if we did a 4 o'clock or a 7 p.m. on Sunday the 1st? Okay. Which one do you think would work best? 4 p.m. or 7 p.m.? Okay, perfect. So I'll put you guys in then for the 4 p.m. slot. And what we'll do is I'm gonna send you over